How do you monitor both inbound and outbound traffic for an organization and some of the security issues around that?
Certainly for companies, it's a very difficult thing to do because there's so many mechanisms to get information out. When I got into this business, it was simple. If you were protecting a business, your business was a box, and there was a wire coming in, and all the computers were inside the box, and anything going out, you got to inspect. And then all of a sudden, there were a bunch of holes in that box because you were connecting to third parties, and you were connecting to other clouds, and all of a sudden, things that were in the box were outside the box. You had computers, on VPNs and mobile devices. Now you have applications on smartphones that are connecting in through other clouds back in. So there's no real box now. It's kind of an aggregate of boxes that all talk to each other. So you really have to focus on what you're concerned about. And what you're looking, when we say monitoring traffic, is around your data centers or is around your core enterprise services. And you have to decide what you're looking for. So, for instance, we spend a lot of time looking at a lot of internet traffic or traffic coming inside and outside our organization for behavioral characteristics. What is that traffic doing? Where is it going and why? That's on the edge. Inside, we do the same thing. So Roland only normally goes to the finance share once a month. Roland just went to 4 different finance shares and accessed 1,400 different files, and he never downloads, but he just downloaded something. Right? Software will do that for us today. And so we allow analytics to give us what us as former investigators like to call a clue that says, hey, Roland might be doing something nefarious. Why don't you go look at him? And that's an important part of our defense. The other problem that we had with the advent of a polymorphic malware and things that took viruses to the next level is that a lot of people don't realize when viruses come in, when you click on something and you get a nasty something on your machine, in order for that normally to work, it has to reach out back to the internet. So then we said, not only do we have to worry about what's coming in, we have to worry about what's going out. And so we had to put in specialized technology that looked at odd requests to the internet that looked like command and control traffic. And so we've created basically any place that our business touches the internet, a capability to have a lot of monitoring in place, but for different reasons. Another, for instance, data leakage. Everyone knows that any business is worried about data leakage leaving their company. Intellectual property theft, inappropriate misdeliveries, whatever it may be. So plugging in technology that looks, again, at inbound and outbound traffic of the fingerprints of what's going out. It gives businesses the capability to say, that was a private document that should have never left our environment. And so when you marry that up with software that's available to do that on compute devices, laptops and desktops and servers, and you monitor at your edges, and then you have analytics that look at your network traffic, you get a pretty clear picture of what's happening in your environment. And that's pretty much how you have to do it today.
Do the challenges increase when you have organizations with many people in them?
Yeah, they do. And if you think of it just from me running a business standpoint, right? I look at my function as I run a security service inside a multinational company, and I only have one client, it's ADP. But if I was a real business, it would, I could spin off and be public this year, right? The larger you are, the more people you need. Because you see more, right? Transparency across the organization gives you more information on what's happening, both from, you got to think of a large company as being a city that is geographically diversified across, I don't know how many different countries. And so in all of those countries with different jurisdictions, different legal issues, potentially different businesses, the bigger they are, the more complex it is, the more information you have to process and you have to respond to. So it's not just about the cost of more technology, it's about the cost of delivering that service to the business and the complexities of having those technologies in each one of these countries and the independent response requirements for each one of those countries as well. So when you operate in 85 countries like us and you do business in over 100, you're really multiplying the complexity with the thousands of people that manage your business, the millions of people that use your platforms, and all the countries you support. So yeah, size does increase complexity.